San Diego County is seeing its first storm of the season, bringing rain and snow. What the CHP wants people to know before flocking to the mountains to see this winter snow. Well, CVS rolling out vaccinations to long care health facilities across the state. What this could mean for local facilities where COVID cases have increased. More relief could soon be coming to Americans. President Trump signing a coronavirus relief package just as benefits were set to expire. ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
And welcome to this midday. I'm Jim Patton. Great to have you with us. And we are 1 week officially into winter, and the first big storm of the winter has hit us. San Diego County can use all of the rain and the snow that we can get in this first big winter storm. ABC 10 News reporter Mary McKenzie has the concerns the storm is bringing.
It started with some noise this morning, from spinouts and crashes to rain and thunderstorms across the county and snow in the mountains, arriving overnight, a few inches already, transforming Mount Laguna. Isaac Robles excited to get up there and see it.
First time experiencing snow for the passenger.
Chains are now required at elevations of 5,000 feet or more. I spoke with CHP, though, this morning. They tell me State Route 79 and Sunrise Highway, right now they're not enforcing or turning people back yet. Up in Mount Laguna, though, they've already seen drivers unprepared for the conditions, accidents happening near the lodge. CHP strongly suggests you wait until tomorrow to go up to the snow, to give the storm a chance to pass through and give crews time to clear the roads, though it is tempting.
You got sleds?
No.
Boogie boards?
Nothing.
Just gonna throw snowballs at each other?
Yeah, just take a few pictures, come back down.
Their biggest concern is that people may get stuck in the later part of the storm when conditions are expected to get worse. And with COVID restrictions in place, there's no option to stay the night, so they worry people could be stuck, needing emergency rescue and putting crews in unnecessary danger. Most importantly, take it easy if you have to head out anywhere. Mary McKenzie, ABC 10 News.
I want to give you a live look now, and you can see that the cars are lined up there where they are being required to put on chains before they continue higher up on Mount Laguna, and have been to this spot a number of times myself, and that's where they make sure that you're prepared before you get higher up into the thick stuff. And Rhett, our photographer, bringing these images to us. Rhett, I hope you're staying warm up there. Now, the county is warning people to stay out of the water at our beaches and bays following the recent rain. County Department of Environmental Health issued a general rain advisory due to the urban runoff that can cause bacteria levels to rise in our waters. People are asked to avoid the waters for at least 72 hours. All right, let's check in with Megan Perry now and get the latest on this storm. You've been tracking it throughout the day. And Megan, how long do we think this is going to last?
We're going to see that chance for rain continue well into the night. So right now we're kind of just dealing with spotty showers across the county. Some areas are seeing sunshine, as you can see outside my window right now, and over Del Mar as we look from the overlook, but there's still quite a bit of shower activity out there. The reason that we had thunderstorms this morning is we had a cold front swing on through. That's when the brunt of the rain arrived. That was between about 2 and 4 o'clock this morning. Pine Valley picked up over an inch of rain, and one of our 10 News weather watchers on our Facebook page actually posted snow coming down in Pine Valley. Bonsall near 7/10 of an inch, about 4/10 of an inch in Poway and in Oceanside, and a little less in La Mesa and even downtown. So scattered showers will continue the rest of the day, kind of on and off. Then as we head into this evening, I think between about 6 and 8 o'clock, maybe 9 p.m., we're going to see that rain pick up and become more widespread as the center of the storm rolls on in. You can see the rain coming down in Ramona right now, the snow that has been going on and off in the Mount Laguna area all morning long. And that winter storm warning does continue until 4 a.m. tomorrow, above 4,500 feet. And while Julian may get a dusting, it's more likely that we're just going to see rain there. I'm going to pinpoint that rain coming through later today and when things will dry out when I come back with your full forecast. Jim?
We look forward to that, Megan. Thank you. Well, starting today, CVS staff will start vaccinating residents and employees at long-term care facilities across the state. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell has more on how this effort is taking shape locally.
CVS says they're planning on visiting 15,000 long-term care facilities all over the state. They won't say how many of those will be in San Diego, but this comes as the county data shows there's an increase in COVID-19 cases in facilities like those. after healthcare workers, those who live and work in assisted living facilities or nursing homes, are next in line to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Starting Monday, some of the most vulnerable across California will now have access to the vaccine by way of CVS.
And we'll be putting 9,000 vaccinators on the road to give those vaccines across the country.
For the next 12 weeks, CVS expects to give the vaccine made by Pfizer to nearly 700,000 people at those facilities. This comes as the county is seeing an increase in COVID-19 cases at nursing homes. The latest numbers show there are 48 active outbreaks at those types of facilities. Right now, there are reports that more than 2,000 residents and 1,300 staff members in the county have tested positive for the virus. So far, 239 skilled nursing facility residents and staff have died from the coronavirus. CVS officials hope through their vaccination program they're able to help slow down the spread.
I would hope that by June, July, we're going to be in a situation where there's going to be enough reduction in the overall transmission that we're going to be able to return towards something that looks much more like a normal life.
Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
And a large study of another COVID-19 vaccine candidate is now underway in the United States. Novavax announced it's starting phase 3 trials of its vaccine in the U.S. and Mexico. The trials will have about 30,000 participants ages 18 and up. The company says some people will get 2 injections 21 days apart, while others will be getting the placebo. Study will take place at locations with high transmission rates. Trial is being funded by Operation Warp Speed. President Trump has signed the COVID-19 relief package and government spending bill, which will soon send help to millions of struggling Americans. ABC's Andrew Dimbert explains the move also avoids a government shutdown.
After threatening that he wouldn't sign the pandemic relief bill into law, President Donald Trump changing his mind again, finally putting pen to paper and signing the $2.3 trillion spending and relief bill, narrowly avoiding a government shutdown by just 24 hours.
It really is a disgrace.
Trump held on to the bill for nearly a week, letting supplemental unemployment benefits dry up for millions, while criticizing the deal his own representatives helped negotiate. But facing mounting pressure from both Democratic and Republican lawmakers, Trump backed down and agreed to the package lawmakers negotiated for nearly 8 months, now sending another round of relief to millions of Americans facing financial ruin.
I worry and I care about myself and my family. We need COVID relief so bad.
Trump's reversal means another round of direct cash payments. The package includes those $600 stimulus checks for Americans making less than $75,000 a year, and enhanced unemployment benefits, as well as more funding for small businesses and vaccine distribution. The president expressed his displeasure in the deal in part because he claimed he wanted those stimulus checks to be $2,000, more than 3 times the amount lawmakers agreed upon. And Democrats are yet still trying to pass a measure to boost those payments.
The American people want $2,000. They need it, given the economic crisis.
But any measure for more money is likely dead on arrival in the Senate. Overnight, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell saying only the president's leadership has prevented a government shutdown at a time when our nation could not have afforded one. Now, it's unclear how soon Americans can see those stimulus checks, but shortly after Congress reached an agreement, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin suggested it would only take a matter of days for that money to hit bank accounts. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News in Washington.
Southern California's stay-at-home order was set to expire today, but it is likely going to be extended. That's because the region's ICU capacity still stands at 0% and has to get back to at least 15% to exit the stay-at-home order. But simply hitting that mark is not enough. The region must stay at that level for at least 4 weeks before the order can officially be lifted. Fire crews making good progress on the creek fire that forced some families in Fallbrook out of their home on Christmas Eve. The latest update from Camp Pendleton overnight says the fire is 98% contained. Crews on base worked with CAL FIRE to get the flames under control. It burned about 4,200 acres. All evacuations and street closures have been lifted. No homes or structures were damaged. The cause is still under investigation. New this morning, actress Loughlin has been released from federal prison after serving a 2-month prison sentence for her part in the college admission scam. Loughlin pleaded guilty to a conspiracy charge in May. She admitted to paying the scam's mastermind $500,000 to get her two daughters into USC under false pretenses. Loughlin must now also serve 2 years of supervised release and do 100 hours of community service and pay a $150,000 fine. Her husband, Massimo Giannulli, also pleaded guilty to a conspiracy charge and is still serving his 5-month sentence. Officials releasing new video of the Christmas Day bombing that rocked Nashville as the search for a motive continues this morning. And what you need to know about our new traffic laws getting ready to go into effect in our state in just days. Investigators continue to comb through the debris of the Christmas Day bombing that rocked downtown Nashville. ABC's Andrea Fujii has more on the investigation as authorities search for a motive.
Today, investigators are calling the Christmas Day blast that destroyed parts of downtown Nashville a suicide bombing. Authorities reviewing new traffic camera footage showing the moment of the explosion. Shortly after 1 a.m. Christmas morning, this RV was seen parked outside the AT&T building. Law enforcement trying to determine if it may have been the intended target. Investigators say 63-year-old Anthony Warner was the only casualty and are now looking into his psychiatric and medical history for clues to a motive.
He was present when the bomb went off and that he perished in the bombing.
A recording playing from the RV warning residents they had 15 minutes to evacuate. And today, the 6 officers who got people out of their homes hailed as heroes.
She said, "Okay, let me get my kids." And that kind of just put my heart up in my throat.
The Rasmussen family made it out just in time.
As we're driving away, this massive explosion.
More than 40 buildings were damaged in the explosion. One collapsed.
It felt like I only took 3 steps, and then the music stopped, and as I'm walking back toward topping now, I just see orange, and then I hear a loud boom.
Following the blast, agents seen carrying out bags of evidence from a home associated with Warner. Multiple law enforcement sources telling ABC News investigators are seriously exploring whether Warner may have been motivated, at least in part, by a paranoia over 5G cellular technology. Court records show the home now being searched was owned by Warner, but the deed was recently transferred to a woman in California. Investigators say they're now looking into whether there was any possible connection. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
State officials are delaying the effective January 1st date to ban flavored tobacco products. They say they'll wait until county clerks can determine if opponents to the ban, led by tobacco companies, filed enough signatures to put the issue to a statewide vote. The main group opposing the law says it turned in more than enough signatures to qualify for the ballot. If enough signatures are valid, the measure will likely go before voters in November of 2022. And 2 new traffic laws will take effect starting January 1st. Up first, AB 2717. A person can no longer be held liable for trespassing or damaging a vehicle to rescue a child who is 6 years old or younger. But that child must be in immediate danger. And the second is AB 2285. CHP officers can issue a $50 ticket to drivers who don't move over or slow down for emergency vehicles that have flashing lights.